What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Baby Thugga, and we back with another banger. Like always, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and look, we at 450 subscribers as of today. The subscribers are jumping. Now let's get into it. Today is episode 5 of the Baby Thugga Show with the one and only Young Prophet. Now let's bring him in. Oh, shit. Hold on. All right, I think we got him. All right, boom, we got him in. What's good, my boy?
Not much, just chilling. What about you?
Shit, we just barely got off work. We getting everything started, and we ready. So
Yeah.
look, for everybody that don't know, this is Young Prophet out of the city of Ogden, Utah. We are on episode number 5, and we back with another banger. Now go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
What up, man? I'm Young Prophet from the city of Ogden, rap artist. Grew up out here, and shit, man, that's what I do.
All right, bet. Now let's get into it. How old are you, my boy?
Shit, 26.
26, and you've been in the rap game for how long?
Fuck, dude, like maybe like 12 years almost. About
I bet.
10 for
Now
sure,
here's
a
my first.
decade.
I bet. Here's my first question for you right here. What made you get into the rap game, and how young and how old were you when you first got into it?
What made me get into the rap game was the love of music, bro. And I believe I put my first song out there when I was like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the love of
Okay.
music, man. You know?
And so when you were first coming up doing music, was it so I had Restless on here last week and he was giving me a
Yeah.
story about when coming up back in his day, it was a lot of
hmm
pressing CDs and shit. So when you were coming up, were you pressing your own CDs or were you finding help or how was your recording process?
Yeah, dude, I was doing I was pressing up CDs straight up. There was a dude named Mark William Fletcher. He
Yeah.
had this warehouse out in West Ogden, and we'd go over there and press out like posters, CDs, hats, shirts, all kinds of different things.
Okay. I bet. So when you first started rapping, did you start with the group or did you start solo?
I started solo in the very, very beginning.
Okay. And was your rap name always Young Prophet?
No.
So what was Young Prophet's first rap name when he first got into the rap game?
Oh man, it was some corny shit, bro. It was the King. It was El Rey, but I was like, nah, man, that ain't cutting it, so I changed it up. You know?
I feel you. And
Yeah.
now I wanted to get into this right here because I know when I was coming up and I was around my cousin Dominic and all them, I know you were had your own little group going. What was it, Young Rasa at the time?
Yeah. Back when did that originate? That was back then. Yeah.
How was that? Like how was all that? Because I know you guys when you were doing your shows and everything, you guys were doing shows, you guys were doing merch, you
Yeah.
guys were doing hella shit shows and all that. So how was that?
It was actually dope, bro. Yeah, like you said, like yeah, you know the history, so we actually created a buzz back then with that, and yeah, we were doing like some pretty big shows. Like I think the biggest show we did was over 2,000 heads.
For real?
So it was a big deal, you know.
Hell yeah! And do you remember who you opened up for at that show?
At that one, yeah, that was Baby Bash and Beza. That was probably the biggest show I've ever done.
Okay, okay. So I wanted to get into your music right here with this question because I'm not gonna lie, with your music, you remind me of a little Guete. You
Oh,
got your
really?
bangers. Yeah, you remind me of a little Guete for sure. You got your street bangers and then you got your love songs for sure. And that new single that you just put out, what is it? Where you from? That motherfucker's a
Yeah,
banger right there for sure. I fuck with it.
yeah, hell yeah.
And so when it came to that song, Where You From, what was the motivation for that? What made you want to put that song out and the intro that you
Um,
put in for it?
Basically, I feel like that was my representation of Ogden. You know what I mean? Like, pretty much just disclosing, like, hey, man, this is where we're from. Like not on some banging shit, more on some like, hey, man, like, where are you from? Like, 'cause this is how it goes down where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like that's basically that was the message on that song, is representing pretty much what I grew up with and all that. You know?
For sure. So you could say growing up and being around the environment you're around, you were able to pick up certain shit from the streets and just put it into your music and find a way for it, right?
That's basically what I did. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so when you were coming up in the music shit, I mean, shit, like what really, like, how was it? Like, how did you end up getting and starting your own name, like stamping your own name? Did you have somebody throw you in the studio? Were you just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna put some funds towards this and start my own shit? What made it for you to go and start your music career?
I started small, dude. Like I started with like some the shittiest equipment I could find. You know what I mean? Like I think I got like a USB mic and I had like this thing. It was like it was called Audacity, and I would just record on that. You know what I mean? And then I just started meeting more people. The more work I put in, the more networking, and that's how I got in a position where I have like all these resources that I can use nowadays.
For sure, for sure. And so, when you were coming up with your music and everything back in the day, was it harder for you to get known? Like, was you having to push your CDs and everything 10 times harder than it is with the digital era? Or do you feel like the digital era helped you with your music and your channel?
Um, I think it was I think it was like 50-50 to be honest with you because I feel like back then there wasn't as much artists, so it was kind of easier to get your name out there. But now I feel like the internet's a good tool to get your music out there faster and better. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so, when you were doing your CDs and pressing your CDs, did you ever make any money off of like your first music, or have you ever made any money off your music?
I actually have, bro. Like I made like nothing crazy, but I've made enough like where I could say I'm proud of for sure. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. Now this right here, I mean, do you? So we see you. You putting out albums. You're putting out singles. What's your work process like? Is it just staying focused and staying motivated and just dropping constantly, or what's your plan with the music?
Um, just trying to stay consistent. That's basically the number one rule in my books is just trying to really pump out as much as I can. But I mean, I understand quality over quantity, but I feel like we're in a time nowadays where you just got to keep pumping stuff out because if not, you're gonna stay irrelevant. You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
For sure. Now this is what I wanted to talk about. I seen when after you did your little thing with your Young Rasa group and everything, it seems like after that you started going solo and you started helping the youth in the streets a lot more with the music. You started popping up in certain music videos, even if it was just background or just throwing a verse. I've seen you got shit with GMB, you got
Mhm.
shit with Güero, you got shit with SM Doughboy and all them. How was that? Could you tell me how your experience was working with them, and how do you feel about the youth that's pushing the music now?
They changed it up, bro. They changed the game, and I liked it though. You know what I mean? It was like it was a new stamp to the city, like a different wave, and I fuck with it. You know what I mean? So I was like, so basically when they started like their introduction to the game, I was like, man, these guys are different, but I like it. So
Yeah,
so I was like, man, I want to start making music with these guys too, like GMB, don't like all these guys you mentioned. Yeah, so those guys are they're the new shit. You know what I mean?
for sure, for sure. And so, when you were getting around these younger artists and doing your verses and everything, did it open your mind up for like different styles in your own music and maybe finding a different direction that you wanted to go?
But yeah, it really did. Actually, it really did because they'd be like, hop on this beat, and I'd be like, all right, bro, let's do it. Because I was like stuck in a box for a very long time, and
Yeah.
I feel like they actually opened me up to new ideas, like getting on some different stuff.
For sure, for sure. And so when you first started your music, was it more like, would you consider yourself Chicano rap, or was it more just like off the feel?
I would say it was more like of a in the beginning, like I would say in the very beginning, yeah, Chicano rap. But I mean, I feel like it's just hip hop rap. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. And so with how big you are with how big you are in general and how you are now, did you ever think at a time younger in your life that you would be able to accomplish as much as that you've accomplished with your rap career?
Nah, not even close. And I believe I could even I know there's bigger things gonna come too, but I just thought it was just gonna be like the same thing, just throwing music out and maybe getting applause and that's it. Like people are like, oh, that's what's up, and that's it. You know what I mean? But I never thought once that I was gonna be doing like the shows and selling like merchandise and CDs and stuff like that.
And so I bet. So when you first started, can you remember what was like your first song that blew up and got you to like your connections and made it like where you were actually really known in the city?
Um, To be honest with you, like I wouldn't say to be 100. I don't think a certain song like got me to that position. I would say it's a certain album did though. You know what I mean?
What would the name of the album be?
It was a rise. It was called Rise and Shine.
Okay, I remember. You know what's crazy is I remember that album cover. It was fresh as fuck. You were in front of the lowrider. Had
Yeah,
like that green sun background. That shit was fresh as fuck for sure. And
that's the one that really got the word out. You know what I mean?
for sure. And so I seen you were doing shows with that producer or not producer, but he's like a promoter, Mr. Criminal or whatever. How is it working
Um,
with them? Like I seen you guys really shut down shows. Like how is that? Like how is it being an artist from Utah being doubted but yet still being able to open up for big names and do a big show?
so that was in 2000. When was that? 2019. It's a crazy story. I mean, yeah, we got to perform for Mr. Criminal and all that, but I never met him personally. Um, it was bad business with the promoter and stuff. It's a crazy story, dude. Like, on some real shit, I could get explicit. I had to beat the promoter's ass. All kind, straight up, bro. Like all kinds of shit popped off that day. But
Damn, for real?
I swear to God, bro, because he tried to blame my dude, like, oh, it's his fault because he didn't come up on some tickets or something, and he tried to blame my dude, like he was like, oh, it's his fault why they're leaving. They ain't want to perform because they didn't have the rest of the money. But I was like, well, you're the promoter. It should be your job to you should have had that set already, not rely on the artist. You know what I mean?
For sure,
So
for sure.
he got in my face. He scratched me in the neck. So I was like, oh hell no. So I freaking like I socked him up, and then I seen the cops rolling. Like when we were on the free, I was like, oh fuck, they were hella going. I was like, I fucking dipped. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, for sure. And so, all right, so you've had your good and you have your bad businesses. What would be something you would want to say for the youth that are maybe looking up to you or maybe wanting to get into rapping?
Um, just honestly, I would definitely say surround yourself with people who are hungry, bro. Because like lazy motherfuckers, I've been surrounded by the good and the bad, you know, and people who actually have that real passion for it. If they don't have the passion, then those ain't the right individuals you want to surround yourself with, you know.
For sure. For sure. All right, my boy. So look, you've done a lot. So would you say you've done a lot for your community since you've been on? Or what have you done for the community? Or what's something you would want to do for the community if you got a big bag?
I got a big bag. Honestly, so I would want to do I feel like us Ogden rappers, we always had to like leave like either out of state or to Salt Lake or different areas to perform, right? So I was thinking like, why doesn't Ogden get that love? Like, why doesn't nobody want to travel to our city and show us love and come and meet the artists over here? Because we got talent, you know what I mean? So I would want to like get more shows out here and show them what we can do and how we do things. You know what I mean?
For sure. And there's been this thing that's been said about Utah and rappers in general out here, the reason they don't come out here. Do you feel like there's not a lot of places for rappers to perform out here?
Um, I feel like you can make anything possible. Like it's what you make of it. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. So basically it's more like some rappers just use that as an excuse not to perform then, huh?
Yeah, maybe it's just bad business. I'm not sure. I couldn't say, but anything is possible. You know what I mean? You could get a show. You could have the best time of your life with like 50 people. It might not be a huge thing, but you could have a badass fucking a good day. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
And so what's up with do we have any new like what's up with Young Prophet? What's new with him? Do we got any new merch ideas? Do we have any new other albums? Any just anything? What's going on with you?
Yeah. I mean, I got some clothing stuff that I'm like pretty much thinking of. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get that going soon. But it's not gonna be like my name. It's gonna be something that's more marketable. And yeah, I'm working on a project right now called 97.
Okay, bet. And so, with any rapper that, if you could collab with any rapper in the game, it don't matter if it's Mexican or black. What's one feature you would for sure want to lock in?
Um, oh shit, man. I was thinking like something big, like one of the biggest. Maybe like some of my favorites for like from the West Coast, so like maybe like Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg or The Game or somebody in that criteria. That'd be some hard shit. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. Now, when it came to working with GMB, How did
Mhm.
that how did that come upon? And was the verse like who came with the verse? Like, oh, I'm gonna throw you the verse, or was it more like a charge off the muscle?
The GMB thing, how that went down was I forgot. It was a few years ago. Um, I think I hit him up, if I'm right. I think I hit him up. I was like, hey bro, I got this dope beat, you know what I mean? And they came up with the idea, you know what I mean? The Lil Chapo, he came up with the hook, and I was like, hell yeah, that shit's hard. This one's gonna be one of the hardest songs, you know what I mean? And it was. So yeah, so that's how that went down. And then we actually got in the studio together and did it.
Hell yeah. So how is it for you when you're in the studio? Like, what does Young Prophet need to make a good, successful song in one night?
The right vibe, the right energy, the right people. Yeah, that's basically it. Just like good feelings, you know what I mean? Good feels.
For sure. And so with your recording process, do you have your own studio, or do you like collab with other people? How do you get your music done?
I got my own studio now, so everything that people hear, if they hear like my newer stuff, I'm behind all of it. But I sometimes I go hop around some places to go record, but for the last like freak man, like last 2 years or so, I've been doing it myself. You know
Hell yeah.
what
And
I
so
mean?
when you were first coming up, did you have a backing behind you, or did you have a lot of people doubting your music career? Because I know for a Utah artist, it's hard for us to even try to get our music out there without being judged or having some bullshit like that coming from Utah.
I mean, to 100%, I don't think like no one, um, they wouldn't tell me in my face. You know what I mean? Like that they were doubting or anything, or so I didn't hear no negativity in my face. Like, but so I had like a decent support system. I feel like I had to build it up though. It took some time. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so when it comes to building support systems and just getting your music known in general, what do you think's the biggest thing that stands out to get your music known to get out of just that Utah bubble? Like it could be cover art, it could be a hook, it could be just something for you that you think works for to get music out there.
Yeah, your image. You know what I mean? Like how you said, like you gotta have like everything good. Like your music's gotta like be very mixed good. You gotta have good cover art, good visuals. Networking is probably the biggest thing you could do when it comes to like getting your music out there, doing shows, stuff like that. Networking is the biggest thing. You know.
For sure. And would you want to say when you first started your YouTube, because I know when you came up, it was still like YouTube was barely starting and shit. There's people that was barely hopping on from Fruity Loops and all that shit. So when you first started, was it easier to get views at like when you first started, when YouTube first started, was it easier to get views than it is now, or do you feel like it's easier to get views now?
Feel like it's easier now, maybe because I made more of a name. But I remember when I was like I said, 14. I put my first songs out. I'd be only getting like 20 views in a week, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I still remember.
For sure. And so for people that don't know and want to know a little bit more about Young Prophet, what part of Ogden did you grow up at? What some schools that you were at and shit? I mean, how was how's your opinion of the streets that you grew up on out there?
I grew up on 30th Street, bro. I mean, I represent that. I represent that hard. You know what I mean? So I grew up on 30th, on Grant, to be exact. Um, yeah, man. It was like growing up was definitely different than it is now. I would say it's calmed down a lot. Growing up, it was a lot of chaos, like a lot of drive-bys, a lot of freaking. I've seen riots. I've seen like people get cracked in the face with bats and bottles, all kinds of crazy shit, bro. Yeah,
For sure. And this
graffiti
is
all
what I
over the
wanted to
walls.
ask you. And this is what I wanted to ask you because I mean, you're tender, you're seasoned in the game. You're like you good with this. So, growing up, do you feel like your generation and the generation before? Do you feel like all right, boom, there was a lot more physical violence, and do you feel like the youth generation now? Do you feel like there's a lot more gun violence?
Yeah, yeah. In a sense, I would say so. Like people were getting smoked, bro. Like back then and now, you know what I mean? But I feel like back then it was more like a deep thing, as in like you got 20 dudes walking there and like 20 over there. Like you guys are gonna meet up and there's gonna be a big ass fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nowadays, it's more like they're gonna catch you slipping, bro, and they're just gonna do you in. Like they'll just wait for that moment to smoke your ass. You know what I mean? Like for real though.
for sure, for sure. All right, my boy, we got somebody in the comments who said, "What's up?" He said, "What's good with you, young prophet?" So
Hell
yeah,
yeah, bro. Much love for everyone tapping in.
for sure. So look, we on episode number 5. I really was excited to get this interview going because I've seen your music growing up. I mean, shit, my cousins grew up around you. My cousin Dominic and shit. I don't know if you remember him, but
Oh, the tall fool.
yeah, tall,
Yeah, I
ugly
remember him.
motherfucker. Yeah, so they're just doing their thing. I mean, shit, I seen your music hella go, and I've seen you grow just in general. I remember, I think it was like once you went solo when you did that one song where you were the cover art was you standing in front of the courthouse with the Mexican flag. I don't remember if it was an album or a song, but I remember the song went hard when I seen it.
I think that one's Old Town. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. And so,
Yeah,
and also I noticed this. I mean, you got homies from every side. I'm seeing you got homies from the south, from everywhere. It's like everywhere is from the central, all that shit. How is it? Like, I
yeah.
mean, it's cool. You're able to get features in with my boy Crucito. You're able to get them in with 18 Streeters and everybody else. Like, that's cool. How is it when it comes to that? Like, when you do features with people, do you just be like, look, I'm gonna do it off the muscle for free, and let's just get you on a track and get you some notoriety? Or what is your plan when you feature somebody on there?
Just making good music. That's how I see it. Like I don't see no side or nothing like that. I grew up with a certain side, but I don't like I don't see no problem, bro. I think we could all get the bag, you know what I mean?
For sure. And this is how I feel about Utah rap in general and with some of the old heads. Do you feel like Utah rap is separated? Like artists don't really like working with each other, or maybe they're just in their own lane? Or do you feel like there's some older artists that had more when you were coming up that didn't give back to the community?
A little bit of both. I feel like they didn't want to help because they had that the older dudes were just like prideful, you know what I mean? So they didn't want to help the like because they're always gonna be like, oh, you guys don't know what it's like to do this or to really struggle. But hey man, we all have our own struggles. We don't have to tell everyone our story, you know what I mean? And but yeah, um that's how I feel about it.
For sure. And so if you were able to start your own foundation for the city, like not foundation, but like your own shit, would you be willing to do like an Ogden cipher or just a Utah cipher, get different artists in, work with everybody, and just maybe get like a big album or something out with multiple like Utah artists? Like,
Yeah, that'd
kind
be
of how
hard.
High Power did with their. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool, you know what I mean? Like
So go ahead, my boy. My bad.
no, you're good. No, I said I think that'd be a good idea. Like yeah, I think we could all that'd be hard, you know what I mean? That'd be
For
some
sure.
hard shit.
So what's your plans like with the music? Because I seen, would you ever work? Okay, look, this is what I want to ask. Do you have any songs with Sammy Otto, and would you ever work with Sammy Otto?
Sammy Otto, like it's crazy. I've been around him like multiple times. Like I've seen him in studios, stuff like that. Gino's, I'm sure you're familiar with Gino.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. That's the next thing too. So
yeah, I'd work with
everybody
Sammy Otto,
tapping in
man.
right now. We got I think it's around next month on the 6th. We'll be having 801 intentions on too. We're gonna try to get everybody going. I'm telling you, we got hella people tapping in everywhere. So this is only getting bigger from here. And I
Yeah,
want to thank my boy Young Prophet right here because this right here was like, we need this right here. We need more people hopping in, just podcasting and shit. And is this your first interview?
I've done a few interviews, but let's okay. This is my. I think you're the second person from Ogden to interview me. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. And so, with your music, is it available on all major platforms? And have like,
Yeah,
and if it is, what's the biggest check you've ever made off of your music?
the biggest check off of music. Man, I keep it real, bro. Like, I don't fake nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm only gonna keep it 100, bro. Till this day, I'm not sure, but I remember one of the biggest ones was, like I said, well, I wouldn't say it was a check, but with the CDs and all that, like maybe like 5,000 or so. You know, quick, maybe in 2 weeks. About.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I was pretty. Because I remember how it went that.
Hell
Look,
yeah.
so we
So,
printed out
for
100 to
rappers
begin
coming
with, and
up,
we flipped them quick.
was that?
We printed out 100 copies,
Yeah.
We told them $10 a piece, so that's $1,000 quick. And then we put some of that money into more, and we just kept flipping it.
Oh shit. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. We're back in. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I think it was my connection. Yeah, you still
Yeah,
here, my boy?
yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. So you were talking, pressing your CDs and shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. So like, yeah, I think the way we do it is just like you take what you earn and then you invest more and then you flip that. It's like you keep hustling it. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so, I bet. So, coming up in Ogden and shit, was there a lot of studio selections, or were you just like, or just in Ogden artists with your generation in general? Was it more like shit? We have to do this like off the muscle and get it like in the backyard type studio, or where did you have like bigger studio options to go to?
When I very like in the very beginning, I didn't know nobody, bro. So there was this dude named my boy. He's a singer out here. His name's Dat Boy Euro. He kind of helped me out and took me in his studio and because I was like I said in the beginning, I recorded myself, but he opened a lot of doors for me. He introduced me to Gino and yeah, so I would go to like his house and Gino's house. That's where I'd like get all my stuff done.
For sure, for sure. Now this is what I. So I'm assuming, did you ever get any 801 Intention songs done, like any features with them?
As a matter of fact, I have a lot of it. I have a few, bro. Like I have them on my stuff, and they actually have me on their stuff too, on their albums.
For real?
Yeah,
My bad. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty right now with this shit, but we're good. But
very good.
that's the thing. So look, with what's three artists that you want to see from the city or maybe just the state in general that you want to see actually make it?
Um, honestly, bro, like three, I couldn't name all three, bro, but I would say like 801 Intentions because I've lived, dude, I freaking stayed at their house, bro. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, and
For sure.
I see their passion, bro, and they really came from nothing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
one. GMB, bro. You know what I'm saying? They work hard, bro. They work hard for their shit, dude. And they're very passionate about their music, and in my opinion, they're the best rap duo for sure. I'll say that they're definitely the best rap duo in Ogden, like straight up. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so when you were coming up, did you feel that same way with your own music? Did you feel like maybe I'm the hardest out of Ogden right now? Like, because I feel like we all do that when we're coming up and shit.
Yeah,
Like, we drop something, it gets hella views, and we're like, we're the hardest. Did you ever have that moment where you're like, shit, I'm the hardest out the city?
maybe at one point, maybe I would kind of like box myself in, but I would think like maybe in my genre, what I was doing, yes, but now we're on a different thing, so I'm like not thinking like that. I'm kind of just staying humble and shit, man, just doing me. You know what I mean?
For sure. And so, I mean, you're still young. You're not even 30 yet. I mean, we can still consider you a young cat in the game, even though we have young cats in the game. I mean, you're still young. I mean, I feel like you still have a lot to accomplish with your career. What's something that you still feel like you haven't, that you still, like, what's one goal you haven't reached yet that you still want to reach?
Um, one a goal that I'm pretty much trying to work on right now is I'm trying to release like music videos a month, bro, and do some more shows. I kind of stopped the shows after a little bit, but I'm getting back into them real soon.
All right, bet exactly. And that's what I wanted to talk about right there because it seems like you actually care about your videos. You care about music videos more than you do for your singles. It seems like because you come hard with your music videos. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
Yeah,
maybe you and 801 Intentions were like the only ones that like really staying on their music video type shit because we had Dark Work and shit, but they were just dropping singles and
yeah,
showing music videos, and like they were
yeah.
getting views and shit, but not like how the music videos were. So how is it with your music videos? Do you have your own? Like, do you have somebody that you can just hit up real quick or boom, or how does it go when you're shooting a music video?
Yeah, so back in 2017, I did a little rock concert, and some dude hit me up like a couple days after that. He's like, "Hey, bro, like I seen you perform. I want to give you an opportunity." He's like, "I shoot music videos," but he was barely starting. You know what I mean? And So he shot me a very low price, and I was like, yeah, bro, like, what is there to lose? Like, let's try it out. You know what I mean? And I've been rocking with him ever since.
For sure. And so, what would you? So, look, let's keep it real, because I feel like a lot of young artists coming up nowadays, I feel like they're only focusing on the music. They're not focusing on putting the art in the videos, and I feel like
Yeah,
they're just trying to hurry up and come up off just a couple thousand. What would be some advice for the youth that you would say, like, look, bro, if you're gonna do this, you got to be like full fledged with it, right?
straight up, bro. Kind of like how I said earlier. Take it more like don't be afraid to invest. Like, make sure your music sounds good. Make sure your visuals on point. Um, yeah, stuff like that, bro. Because I've heard some decent songs, but some shitty mixes or some cheesy ass graphic art. So I'm like, man, like it's just gonna lose somebody's interest on the viewer's point of sight, on the viewer's point of view. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, bro, I would just
Yeah,
say
for
invest,
sure.
bro. Invest into your craft. Like Gino had taught me back in the day. He's like, motherfuckers want to look like the rapper, which is actually a good thing too. Image is like one of the best things you could do. But he's like, would you rather put 150 into Jordans or 150 into a fucking studio session? You feel me? Like, so I was like,
For
I feel
sure.
it, and I was the type to
And
drop 150 on the session. Fuck the Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. So just goes back to that old saying of you got to spend money to make money if you want to start with your career and shit, right? With this rap shit.
Yeah.
For sure. And so, who was your biggest influence? Because, like I said, I feel like you're more like a little Guete to me. Like, I feel like you're a little Guete of Ogden. You do your shit, like, for sure, you got the love songs and shit. But who was your inspiration? Like, what was your inspiration? Like, what rapper were you like, you know what? Fuck it. That's how I'm going to go.
Honestly, bro, Mr. Criminal. Um, Yeah, I fuck with Mr. Criminal tough. Like I've been bumping him since I was like, man, like 10 years old, around there.
Okay, for sure.
And I'm 26, so that's like a 16-year what do you call it? Fan, I guess. So
Yeah, for sure.
no, cause I watch him, bro. I see what he does. Like I see his elevation too. How he like he's more open to stuff, and yeah, he came a long way, bro. You know what I mean? So I like what he's doing. You know.
For sure. And when it comes to you and your music, do you feel like you want to stay doing music, or do you feel like the older you get, you maybe want to move into like acting or like doing shows or directing or something? Or do you feel like maybe I'll just stay a rapper?
I want to get more onto the business side of it, like promotion. I want to help like do shows with people, like organize events, and yeah, clothing, merchandise, stuff like that. Acting, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Maybe I could try it, but maybe more in the future.
For sure, for sure. I'm just trying to get my camera right real quick. But this has probably been, I apologize to everybody, all the fans and shit. This has probably been the one with the most technical difficulties when it comes to the cameras. Like I said, I'm upgrading my shit.
Oh
But
yeah,
I mean, we got Young Prophet in this motherfucker, and this is our fifth episode. He's came up from a lot. I'm not gonna lie. This boy right here, he comes up with his music. His music right here is not only just art, it's also the story from the streets. It's also realness. It's not just something that's fabricated in the studio. This is something that he's seen, lived, and been around.
my whole life basically, just like you. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you. I feel you on that one for sure. And so when it comes to this music shit, do you feel like the most important thing to have a successful track is to have fun?
I feel like yeah, hell yeah, bro. You gotta have fun, bro, and just be real, bro. Like honestly, like that's what creates your uniqueness. Is just being you. Like that's what it is.
For sure. And so, all right, let's talk about. I mean, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but how was Young Rasa when you had your own group? I mean, I know you and Will were doing shit. You guys seemed
Yeah.
happy and cool together. What What was the downfall? Like, I thought you guys like I thought the shit was gonna go up for sure. Like, how was that?
The downfall. Fuck, I don't even
Like, not
remember.
the downfall, but like how like the whole progression. Just run us through like the whole thing with your thing, like how it started, how just everything. What made you decide to go as a solo artist again and all that?
I feel like maybe just different interests. You know what I mean? He wanted me to do something different, and I was like, hell yeah, bro, that's what's up. You know what I mean? There's still no love lost, bro. I fuck with Big T. I think we have something coming soon, as a matter of fact, and we haven't made a song since. 2000 freaking like 2019, dude. So like we talked it out recently, and we got some stuff. You know what I mean? But
For
yeah, so
sure.
the Young Raza thing, it was dope, bro. I got a lot of respect for Will, for Big T, and it was a lot of fun, bro. Like I'll never forget what we went through, what we've been through, and shit, bro. The homie took me in too. If I'm only keeping it 100, man. He let me sleep on his couch when I needed to, shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? So
For sure. And that's another thing, my boy Big T. He's a cool dude. Like he really
yeah.
is a big hearted individual when it comes to certain things. Like he's a real nigga for sure. He's
Hmm.
doing his shit with his young niggas for sure. They're doing their shit. So shout out to them. I'm still trying to get an interview in with Big T, but we'll see how that works out and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But hey, at least we got one of the original members from Young Rasta right here. We got my boy Isaiah. All right, we got Young Prophet for sure.
Yeah, bro. So crazy story. Like I don't. Since you're interviewing me, that's what I like about this. I can tell people the stories and stuff. I didn't even come up with this. Um, some dude named Andres did back in the day, and he quit rapping. So I was like, I guess I'll run with it. And then that's when I recruited Will. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so what you're telling me is the name Young Rasa or the just in general was started
mm,
by somebody named Andreas that was probably a close homie to you, and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna continue it for my boy.
yeah,
That's what's up. That's a real nigga move right there. That's some real shit. I mean, and is your boy Andreas still around, and is he proud of you for doing
I
that?
haven't heard of from him for a minute, but I'm sure he's doing good. Like he has his kid now, and he's doing good. You know what I mean? I seen him at the Little Rob concert. I think that was the last time I seen him.
Hell yeah. And so cool. So with I mean shit. So I'm assuming, or have you made a YouTube check yet with your YouTube channel, or is it still growing and waiting to hit
I'm
the
close. I'm
limitations
close.
for it?
Not yet, bro. Be 100 with you, bro. But I'm close. I'm at about 760 right now.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. And this is a little bit of game for you and your YouTube. If you're
Hmm.
interested, it seems like with YouTube it's a lot easier with the analytics if you start doing the videos on shorts. If you start doing shorts instead, it seems like you get them views generated a lot quicker. I mean, that's how we got our channel to blow up a little bit. Subscribers got up. I mean, we were hitting 20 to 30,000 views on short videos all the time. So I mean, if that's something you're interested in, you could do just little shorts of you rapping, or just some studio time, or just maybe some rehearsals and shit. Put your people on game and shit, and you get your shit jumping for sure, for sure. So everybody that's not aware, what's your net? What's your YouTube name?
It's literally it's Young Profit, so it's gonna be YOUNGPROF1T.
Bet. So everybody, you heard it right there. You guys go subscribe to my boy Young Prophet's channel. Let's try to get him to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, or at least by the end of the year, and let's get my boy a YouTube check. Let's see if we can do it this year, huh?
I think
But
we
look,
can,
man,
bro.
for sure.
I'm growing
And this is
every single time I drop something, I see growth. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was gonna talk about too. I was just looking at your last project that you dropped. It seems like it don't matter if you drop a whole fucking album, you were hitting hundreds and hundreds of views on each song.
Yeah.
And that's hard for a lot of rappers to do because I mean, me myself, I've dropped albums and we'll have one song hit like 400 on the whole album. One song will have 400, the other ones will be at like 50, 25 and shit like that. So that's a
Mhm.
big step for you to be able to drop something like that and get those views in like that.
Yeah, bro. That's how it goes. We just keep grinding. You know what I mean? And when you first heard of me, I probably only had 99 subscribers. I'm serious. So this
Yeah, no
grown
cap.
a
I
lot.
remember when your channel was small for sure, for sure. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, we're getting older, we're fucking surviving in the game, and I bet, like I said, like you even said, you never thought that you'd be able to touch certain things that you've done already. And that's the same with me. Like I never thought I'd be able to do this YouTube shit, but we're doing it. And even like with me and this music, I'm not even a rapper no more. I'm just a podcaster, like for sure. So I'm just doing interviews for show, for sure.
Hmm.
What you sipping on, though,
What?
my boy?
I don't know, man. Just some whiskey.
Oh, okay. We got that Modelo up in this motherfucker, the mango edition.
This is my homie. He gifted me the. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
He gifted me the shot glass. This is his brand. You know what I mean? So I thought I was hard.
For sure, for sure. And
Out of
that's
Vegas.
yeah, and that's the real nigga shit right there. So we got So when you first, like, when you were rapping and shit, you have merch that you're thinking of now, but did you ever push any merch back in the day that you maybe somebody might have some limited edition Young Prophet merch?
No, honestly, to be real with you, not limited edition, but there's someone out there who has the biggest Young Raza poster. Um, that we only made one, and that was it. And someone out there has it. I don't know who.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
you're familiar with Elias Ortiz, Baby Boy?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
he was the
person I
last
wanted
one
to
who
get an
had it.
interview.
Yeah, he was the last one who had it. So I don't know, man. You're gonna have to ask him what up with it. But he had it. So I don't know if he still does or what. But
For sure. And see, this is what trips me out because, like, as a younger artist and shit, it's weird when you hear older artists from the city saying, "Yeah, we had to press our CDs, we had to do everything like the old school way," because it's like, damn, like we couldn't even like picture of like getting connections like that now. I feel like it's hard to even try to get some connections like that in the city. Was it hard for you to get those connections when you were coming up?
um, honestly, bro, like as crazy as it sounds, I give a lot of what do you call it, homie? Like I put my hat off to a lot of the people who just all the people I surrounded with. Not saying that I piggybacked off of them or anything, but like Gino and them helped us a lot. They gave us a lot of promotion and just like networking. So we made a lot of money off of like certain crowds. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And so, I mean, shit. I'm gonna assume that you know how to mix and master your own CDs and everything too. So, because that's what I was talking about my boy Restless with. He was telling me he can
Yeah.
mix, master, and do everything himself. So, coming up when you were coming up, you guys didn't have no engineer, so you guys had to learn it by yourselves, huh?
Yeah, bro. Straight up. I mean, I'm not that old, so I mean, I would just watch YouTube
And
videos. You
what
know
do
what I
you
mean?
think? All right, and what do you think is the hardest thing when it comes to making music?
The hardest thing to making music is shit, bro. I don't see nothing hard about it, bro. If you have that passion and natural gift, like you're just gonna hit it. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Hold on, we're having this shit's fucking up. All right, boom. So, all right, boom. So we have this. We went over when you first started, how you first started, who your inspiration was. Is there anything you would want your fans to know about you? Like maybe, just something that nobody knows about Young Prophet. It could be maybe 5 items you can't live without, your favorite tequila, or what is it?
My favorite, is dude, just fucking Crown Royal, bro. Apple.
Okay.
I used to sip a
Okay,
whole
so you
fucking
really are
biggest
old school
bottle.
like that, because I know a lot of homies from your generation. The motherfuckers, that's all they drink is Crown for sure.
Me and Big T would drink the biggest bottle, bro. Just between me and him, we fucking killed it and some. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. All right, boom. And so with your 30 block album, that shit's hard. I like the cover art for it. The shit's simple and it's easy. Um, I mean, shit, you go hard for 30 block. That's where you grew up, and you said,
Such a hard, bro. You know what I mean?
for sure. So, do you feel like if you ever got rich, what's one thing you would do for 30 block?
Um, shit, bro. I mean, I don't know if there's much I could do to be 100 with you, but because gentrification took over, in my opinion. You see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, things change, bro. Like they're building apartments everywhere. Like there's not those staples like Ritas no more. Like all that shit. You know what I mean? What's the other one, bro? On 26th Street, fucking
26,
Simpsons,
25th.
all that shit back in
Yep.
the day. Yeah, bro. Like so, I was changing. You know what I mean?
And
But I would get
even
back,
with
bro.
for sure, even 28th and Grant has changed a lot. 28th and
Oh
Childs has
yeah.
changed a lot. Um, shit, even Ogden Utah Park back in the day has changed a lot. The youth has
Hmm.
changed. And I want to say this for everybody that's coming up in the streets in the city. It don't matter if you're from a hood or not. As long as you keep yourself focused, you fucking push your own line, and you do what you want to do as a man, you can be successful in this world. Don't let nobody hold you back. and just let it be like this. You can take care of your homies, you can take care of people in prison, but just know, as long as you're doing good in life, when them homies get out of prison, you're gonna be the one that they say, look, bro, you're successful and we're proud of you. All the other street shit, it matters. It does matter, but it don't when you get older. So everybody, man, stay focused with this shit, because you have people like me. You have Young Prophet. Young Prophet is somebody from the city that, like I said, he came up from everything. He's learned everything, and he knows how to move, and you can even maybe just learn from him for sure.
I love, bro. I love fucking Ogden, bro. You know what I'm saying, to the end, homie. I've even lost, almost lost my life in the city. You know what I mean? But I'm still here. So real shit.
For sure. And this is what I want to say right here, because I feel like you've shown a lot of love to the city since you've been on. I mean, I've seen you work with artists. I've seen you do shit off the splash. I've seen you come through and do ticket sales and all that shit.
Yeah,
And I
I
want to,
remember
like
that.
I
Yeah.
said, just thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So thank all y'all for that shit. And I mean, really, just keep pushing what you push all the time, because as long as you, like, I just wish you success in your game for sure.
Oh yeah, homie. That's much love right there. You know what
Yep. And so for everybody that don't know, where can they find your music at? Go ahead and give them some platforms, your Instagram, so they can find out any artists that want to work.
I mean? You can find me like pretty much everywhere, man. Apple, Spotify, everywhere where you stream music, basically. And on Instagram, it's Young Profit underscore 30. That's the Instagram.
For sure.
So
For sure. For sure. And right there. So look, man, we got my boy Young Prophet. We've gone through a lot of shit in his life. And this is what I wanted to ask you right here. I don't know if your mom's still around or anything, but like, did you make her proud with your music? And is she happy that you were able to come from the streets and actually do something positive for your community?
yeah, bro. Honestly, she did. She's proud. You know what I mean? I took her to one of my. She's only been to one of my concerts, and she loved it, bro. She was like, I feel young again, man. She was happy, bro. It was one of the best days of my life. You know what I mean?
For sure. Now, what's something you would want to say to maybe a bigger platform, or maybe not even just a bigger platform, but people that say Ogden's soft, or maybe that Ogden artists aren't all that they rap about? What would you say to the people that say that?
I'll tell them basically they're not familiar. You know what I mean? They're not familiar with the surroundings. Like you got to be there to know what it is, and like how the old saying goes, bro. A bullet will kill you in a small city just as fast as in a big city. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure. And this is so look, when you were coming up and shit, like I said, I know it's hard for us Utah artists to get on. Did you ever feel like people took your music like, he's hard and all, but maybe he could go harder if he was from California? Like, do you feel like if you were from somewhere besides Utah, you would have blew up a lot faster?
maybe so, bro. But I do have a lot of connections, bro. Like a lot of like that's the thing that a lot of people don't know is like I'm connected, bro. Believe it or I know people everywhere, bro. Like California, like freaking everywhere, bro. Texas, Nevada, Arizona. I've collaborated with people from the East Coast, bro. From Virginia. You know what I mean? And just all kinds of different areas. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right, let's talk about that Virginia connection then, because like, how was that? I mean, I'm not gonna assume you went down there and did it all face to face with the vibe and the features and stuff, but like, is it different getting on a track coming from the West Coast and doing a song with the East Coast artist? Because I mean, you're
It
super
was
West
hard.
Coast in your songs, like super West Coast. So is it harder to work with the East Coast artists?
Nah, bro. This dude was dope, bro. Like honestly, like I shot him the beat, and he shot something back, and it worked out perfect, and it was hard too, dog. Like it was actually a banger. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. And do you remember the artist's name if you want to give him a shout out or anything?
Um, yeah, I remember. I haven't talked to him in a minute,
Or
but
is
it
there
was a
any?
TIO, the illest only.
Yo, my boy, you good?
Yeah, yeah, it was the illest only TIO.
Yo, my
That was
young.
his.
Oh shit. Hold on, I think yeah, we froze on your side for a minute. Okay,
Oh
we're back.
shit.
We're back. We're good. Boom. So back to what you were saying, my boy. My bad.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, it was did you hear me? It was a TIO. It was the illest only. That was his artist name.
All right, hold on, hold on. Let me try to get this shit going. I don't know what's going on with my shit right now. I think it's just All right, boom. We're back. We're back. All right. So like I said, I apologize. Like I really apologize to Young Prophet for the fucking quality of the videos. I'm
Oh
trying.
no, you're
This
good,
is what
homie.
801 Intentions. They threw me an
Hmm?
idea right now. These 801 Intentions actually wants a face-to-face interview. I'm thinking about doing it. I feel like it would be better, but that's what I'm trying to get into. Either get me a little studio spot and get like some shit
Yeah,
set up. But then again, I don't know. It feels like it's a little bit more convenient just to go camera to camera with people, but it's just the connection shit that's really the problem with it for sure.
I'll be seeing them soon. I don't know. I'm in Idaho right now, dog. Um, but I will be going to Utah soon. I'll be leaving Sunday, so I'll be visiting Chuck, bro. I'll be right there with 801 Intentions, bro. You know, every time I touch down in Utah, I gotta go show love, and I'm not there right now, so I gotta show love every time I'm back in town. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Well, look, everybody, we're at our last 10 minutes. We're going to do our closing. I'll let my boy go ahead and run it up one more time for his channel, his Instagram, for y'all to work with him. Y'all go ahead, my boy. Tell him where to tap in with you at again. Let's reintroduce yourself. It's Young Prophet. Let's go.
Yeah, man. My name's Young Prophet. You can tap in with me. You can check me out on Apple Music, Spotify, every streaming platform. Instagram, Young Prophet with the one underscore 30. That's where you'll find me at on Instagram, and that's basically where I'm gonna be at now from now on. You know what I mean?
For sure. And like he said, he has more music on the way. There's a lot more stories that I wish we could get into with my boy. I'm pretty sure he has some crazy shit. I did
Crazy,
want to
bro.
ask him that. You know what? You know what? We got about 10 minutes left. Let's go. What's the craziest thing you seen growing up in Ogden?
Craziest thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
Fuck, I've seen too
Either
much, dude. Just like anything that a lot of people have seen, motherfuckers just getting shot, bro, and stabbed, all kinds of crazy shit.
for sure, for
I've
sure.
had to dodge bullets myself. I have scars, you know what I mean? But I'm still here.
All right, but hold on. I want to get into this story right here, then, because this is something my cousin Dominic told me. And I
You
don't
heard
know,
about
maybe
it?
we can put my cousin on blast right now. My cousin Dominic. He
You heard
said
about the
y'all was
story
kicking
or
it
what?
at, huh? It's a story real quick.
Yeah,
Um, so my cousin Dominic said one day y'all was kicking it at Fat Cast together. Y'all was doing your thing, kicking it or whatever. You think you guys were at the movies or something. And some
yeah,
niggas had pulled up. I think they were either tripping or they had let off a shot. And I don't know if it was true or not, but go ahead.
yeah. That was true, bro. That was in 2006. I remember everything, bro. That was in 2016. Me and Big T, we went out to Fat Cats. A lot of people showed us love. Like we have, they surrounded us, and some fools came tripping, bro. Some Crips, you know what I mean? And shit, dude. Yeah, they let out a shot.
Just got wild.
We're like, fuck
Hell
it,
yeah.
homie. It was cool. We're still here, but we ended up leaving after a little bit. But we left. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to play that hard shit. You know what I mean? But we did. But hey, bro, we pulled up anyways, right?
For sure. And I just had Hey, I've been sitting on that story for years. I always used to doubt my cousin because that fool used to just tell me some
It's a real
outlandish
story.
shit about just like, hey, you know what I mean? So it was like, damn. He was like, yeah, we were kicking it one time and this shit happened. And I'm over here just doubting my cousin because it's like, all right, bro, you swear you know everybody and shit. But I mean, it's good to even just get that clarified right there. Like, yeah, this shit
Nah,
was
that's
really
true,
happening.
bro.
Like, hell yeah,
Like my music has gotten me in positions
that's
like
what's up.
that. Investigated. I've been investigated for music, bro. Um,
Really?
yeah, bro. Like in Clinton, you know where Clinton's at?
Yeah, I know where Clinton's at.
I was leaving Starbucks, dude. Come on, man, Starbucks, and some cop followed me out, pulled me over. I was like, what's the problem?" And then he said, "You're being investigated." And I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "For that rap video. Where's the guns at?" And I was like, "I don't have any on me right now." I was fucking with that fool, but nah,
Damn.
fool, like straight up, we got investigated.
All right, boom. So let's talk about this real quick because I thought it was a coincidence, but now that you said that, this is a good thing to talk about. you've been investigated for having guns and videos and shit. My cousins
Yeah,
and them have just a couple months ago they had posted a song. It was a Trap Island Records diss track. They had dissed me and all that shit. But they had
yeah.
guns in the profile, not the profile, but the cover photo. There was
For
them holding
thumbnail.
some big ass things, you know. Well,
Yeah.
I guess 2 weeks later, the fools had got pulled over because the cops were looking for them because they had put it with the car or whatever the fuck. And so they had got their guns seized and everything because they were legal guns, but they got them back because they got it all the right way and shit. But
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to talk about right there. So putting guns in your shit can get you hot, no matter if you think they're watching or not. Is that true?
Hell yeah, bro. It's true, bro. Like the gang unit was on my ass, like all kinds of shit, bro. The gang unit. My old apartment got raided twice, dude. Twice, bro.
Over
Um,
music.
not necessarily, bro. Like on some other shit. Like I'm talking like it's past tense shit. Like so I can't say no names, who was there, none of that shit. But
No, you
motherfuckers
don't,
saying
we don't got to go into detail or nothing, but I'm just saying,
shit
like,
was getting
in
cracky
general,
where I
I
was
feel you.
at. That's all I gotta say, bro. It was getting fucking crazy, bro. And the cops were like, all right, bro, this is where it's at. So we're gonna pull up here and see what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's how it
For
went down.
sure. And so, would you want to say anything to any younger artists that are maybe thinking about going all out, putting the guns and all that shit in the video, some
Shit.
pounds? What's your advice to rappers try to go out like that?
Use a disclaimer, homie. Hell
For
yeah.
sure, use a fucking disclaimer.
I
I
had
mean,
to
them
after that
disclaimers
video. I
don't work all the
disclaimed it.
time.
But now I don't
I
really
feel you.
I don't put no guns in my videos or none of that shit. I just try to put my message out there. So yeah,
For sure. And this right here, I wanted to just touch on this last thing real quick. So I mean, we're not gonna say you're an old head and a young nigga, but I mean you're an old
yeah.
head that works with some young niggas and some videos. So I know it's like different things that you have to learn. Or do you feel like sometimes, damn, when I'm in a music video with these young niggas, they're overdoing it or they're too hype, or maybe I'm just like too relaxed and old school to understand these niggas pulling Dracos out and everything in the videos.
Nah, bro. I think I don't see nothing like that. I'm just having a good time just with them. You know, I might be on a different energy or something, but that shit's lit. You know what I mean? Like I'm like hell yeah, this shit's going down.
For sure.
You got to learn from the
I
youth too, bro. As much as like I feel like you got to like learn a little bit of everything, like from the OGs to the youngsters, bro. Like you kind of have to take notes from both sides. You know what I mean? So
For sure, for sure. All right, well, look, everybody. I want to thank my boy Young Prophet for coming on. We hit our hour mark. This is episode 5 of the Baby Thugga Show. We have episode 6 starring Sammy Otto next week. Y'all stay tuned for that. Much love and success
hell
to
yeah.
my boy Young Prophet. Any last words for anybody, my boy?
Nah, just go follow me like the homie said, and stay tuned for some new music. And thank you for having me on the show, homie, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, my boy. Much love.
All right, bro. Much love.
Yep. All right, so look, everybody, we back. That was my boy, Young Prophet, and now we out. We're gonna be doing new music, new merch, and new interviews. If you guys know anybody, that wants to interview, it doesn't matter if they don't have to be rappers. They can be business entrepreneurs. They can be anything. They could be boxers. They could be barbers. They could be anything. If you guys have a story and want to get it out there, holler at me. Instagram, Trap Island Records, Trap_Island_Records. It's your boy, Baby Thugger. We back with another banger like always. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we out.